Hi guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. Thanks for tuning back in. Thanks for coming back to see me. I'm really pleased you've done so, and I'm exceptionally pleased about to bring you this Baltany. Baltany are a brand that are doing unbelievable bits at the moment. Some of their finishing is really up there with San Martin, and as we know, San Martin have become the sort of premier brand in terms of watches on AliExpress. So, Baltany are hot at their heels now. They're releasing some sort of lots of vintage style pieces, but their execution is unbelievable. And I said it in my last video for Baltany, the Explorer Homage, where I said it's really nice to see them using the correct movements for the type of watches they're producing. Other companies, including San Martin, could take note of that. But this is the Baltany. This is the S4046. They're calling it the Cockeyed dial. You can see why. I've managed to get the Salmon one in. There's also a white dial. This watch looks unbelievable. The movement is the ST17 movement. Was ST1701, should I say? It's a good movement. I don't like the non-hacking element of it, but we'll get into that as we go through the video. I will leave a link to their store. I'll leave a link to their website. Please feel free to use whichever one's best for yourself. But yeah, great stuff from Baltany. Excuse my voice, we're getting through it. But yeah, I'm gonna stop going on. Get yourself a nice beverage, chill out, because it's about that time to get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys, so this is the watch. This is the packaging that I'm becoming accustomed to now with Baltany. Just a box, you open it up. Inside, you got the leather travel pouch, which is pretty cool. It also comes with an envelope. I can open it, 1 second, guys. And inside, you'll have a warranty card. It's got a cleaning cloth. The warranty card is signed. I can get it out with these gloves on. So there you are. As a cleaning cloth instruction manual, everything, nothing else has been opened. To be honest, guys, I haven't needed to. But the only thing I've really been concentrating on is the watch. Let me just put all this to the side. And like I said, this is the case or the travel pouch that it comes in. It's nice that you can keep using it. This feels really good quality as well. I can imagine it's lasting and lasting and lasting. But enough about all that. You want to see the watch? So there we are. You'll see it's off center, the dial where it's sort of off, but a really stunning piece. I think Baltany are producing some excellent watches, and just take a look at that for a second, guys. So the model number for this is the S204046A. They also just refer to it as the S4046. But yeah, really stunning piece. I've got this one in. I'll bring the other color in up next to me. A couple of color, but obviously there's a couple to choose from. This and the white one. I wanted to see the salmon dial. Salmon dials just look really, really cool. And this one is no different. Inside this watch, it's running an automatic Seagull ST170 movement. Not a bad looking movement. It works really well, to be honest, in terms of the accuracy. I think it's about 6 seconds faster a day. But the one thing that is a bit of a drawback, it's a non-hacking movement. I don't see the point in non-hacking movements in watches in 2024, to be honest. So not my favorite, but at least it's a known entity given it's a Seagull movement. But yeah, probably would have been better with another watch, another movement. But yeah, it's got the Seagull ST17, or also known as the ST1701 BT inside. The construction of the watch, aside from the strap and the crystal, is all 316L stainless steel and all high polished. Guys, I kid you not, yeah. The polishing on these Baltany watches is kind of remarkable. You can see it just reflecting. It's a mirror. It's not just polished. Still got a sticker on there, guys. But yeah, it is unbelievable. I'll be honest. I can't get over the level of polishing. There's no smearing. There's no nothing. So yeah, the pin buckle clasp, case, crown, case back, all 316L stainless steel, all high polished and done to a good standard. The case thickness of this watch is 10.5 millimeters. The case diameter, on this I measure from sort of 9 to the 3 o'clock, where it would traditionally be. It was coming at 38.2. And when you go sort of from the 8 to the 2, that's where the crown is up at the sort of 2 o'clock position. It was coming at 46.4 millimeters. Lug width on this is 20, and the lug to lug tip to tip of the watch was coming in at 44.1 millimeters. It's not bad proportions. Wears nice on the wrist because of it. So yeah, good proportions, guys. I think we'll agree. The bezel is a fixed bezel, but it looks like it's kind of, I say a fixed bezel. It's kind of, there hasn't really got a bezel. It's kind of just integrated from the case. The crystal integrates into the case. and looks really, really cool, doesn't it? It looks seamless. You'll see the profile is really thin, which is what we discussed a moment ago. The crown is situated up at the 2 o'clock position, a polished crown, push-pull crown. Only one position on the movement because it's not a date movement, which is good. So that's good to see that they've used the correct sort of movement. We've got a small seconds as well, which you've seen from there. Case back is screwed down, so it's got screws keeping it in place. So there we are. Like I said, yeah, it looks really cool. The leather strap is really, really comfortable. Lots and lots of holes. It feels like a strap that would just last forever, to be honest. It's got enough give in it, but it's also nice and supple. So yeah, want to wear in. Pin buckle clasp, all polished again in keeping with the watch. The crystal covering the dial is a sapphire crystal. And I'll be honest, guys, I don't know in terms of clarity. I don't know that there's many companies that offer better crystals than Baltany. If there is, I haven't seen many of them because I think the crystals on these Baltany watches are done so well. So it's got a sapphire crystal. The water resistance is 50 meters, so that'd give you 5 atmospheres. But given this sort of a dressy piece, I don't think that's a problem. The weight will appear in the top right. So the weight all in is just below 70 grams. It's 69.8 grams, but probably unsurprising given the proportions of the watch and the fact it's on a leather strap. But let's have a look at the dial now, guys, in a bit more detail. So the dial on this, for me, is beautiful. I'm not too sure about the orientation in terms of it being off center. I'm going to try and go through most of the video holding it the right way around. But yeah, so the salmon dial is really, really beautiful. Salmon with a little bit of sunburst on there. You got a minute track in black, like a train track going around the outer edge. Inside that, you got applied numerals everywhere, except for where the 3 o'clock is. As you got, that's where the sub dial is for the seconds. But you got numerals 1 through to 12, as I said, with the omission of the 3. Really, really well done. They've been applied, and they look really, really premium. To be honest, guys, I think it looks really, really nice, high polished. The hands on this are fantastic as well. I think the proportions are bang on. You got the blued second hand at the small seconds area, obviously for the seconds. You got high polished hands. They just look so nice. The way they've been faceted, they play with the light really well. The proportions on them are fantastic. Looks the business. You got Baltany printed onto the dial just below the 12. Like I said, sub dial over at the 3 o'clock position. It's salmon. It almost looks copper when you look at it. And I think the dial is really, really beautiful, really stunning. There's no loom to speak of on this watch, guys. So you're not going to see a loom shot. But with this type of watch, I don't think you need it. Even the water resistance doesn't offend me too much, given it is it's a dressy piece, isn't it? Like I say, crown. You just take it out. There you go. You'll see the seconds are still going, given it's given it's a non-hacking movement. But there's not a lot to do in terms of interaction. Nice and easy to open and undo the crown. Just pull it. Quite easy with gloves on as well. But that's the movement. That's the hands, indices. That's everything going on. Let me just pop on the wrist quickly, guys. Give you an idea of what it looks like on my wrist. Okay, so guys, this is what it looks like on my wrist. You'll see, given the angle, it's perfect there. And when you're driving, it's perfect. Although I say that, I will allude to something in a few moments. But it's a really beautiful piece. I don't think Baltany can be touched in a lot of areas, to be honest. I think Baltany are doing some excellent stuff. And this watch is no different. I would have preferred it to have been a normal sort of dial. I know they do stuff like that. But I wanted to try out something a little bit different. And there you are. What do you all think, guys? Okay, so guys and girls, that now take me swiftly on to what I think is pants and Pukka about the watch. If you've ever watched before, you know I always start with pants. I like to go on a high with Pukka. So what I think is pants. It's not a great deal, to be honest. I think, again, Baltany just produce unbelievable watches. So well made, so well finished. But there's 2 things I do want to mention. And first is going to be the no hacking on the movement. I don't really understand that. As I've said, in this day and age, I would have all movements hacking personally. This is personal preference. I know people could say something else, but you've got to bear in mind, guys, this is my opinion. And that's what I'm going with. And also the dial orientation. I find it to be very difficult to sort of use, to be honest. There's times that I struggle to tell the time. I've got to try and twist my wrist and then work it out. But also, what I will say is also for people that are left-handed and wear this on the right wrist, I'll bring some pictures up now. it goes from being a watch that's functional to not usable. So if you're someone who wears this watch or wears their watch on their right wrist, this watch doesn't do anything for you because it'd be way too difficult to tell the time. So the two things I'm gonna mention. I'm gonna go with the no non-hacking or no hacking, and I'm gonna go with dial orientation. What I think is Pukka, still quite a bit more, probably unsurprisingly. I'm gonna go with the sapphire crystal. Like I said, the sapphire crystals on these watches is unbelievable. Really, really nice. The dial, I think the dial on this is stunning. I do like the way they've done it in terms of the salmon, but like I said, it does look a bit coppery in my eyes. The hands and indices, they just scream quality. If you ask me, I think they look fantastic. The way they've been executed, the way it's been finished, it looks very, very premium. The polishing generally, like I mentioned a moment ago, the polishing is seamless in terms of how it looks. Normally, with a lot of watches, you get smears. There's none on these watches. Done really, really well. The leather strap, as I mentioned, I think this leather strap will just go and go, to be honest. It's getting softer and softer, but it's thick enough that it's not just going to sort of turn into just something that's too soft to wear, if you know what I mean, which is good. So leather strap. The thickness, like I said, 10.5 mil thick, makes it a very, very easy watch to wear under a shirt cuff and stuff. Fits on the wrist really nicely, as you saw a moment ago. And the price, so I'll bring the price up in front of me. It's about £130. Obviously, you get it cheaper with different coupons and stuff. You can also buy it from their official store, so do what's best for you. But I think for the price, it's amazing. It's a fraction of it's Homage in, which is a VC21. That's as far as I'm going to go. But they're the things I'm going to say for Pukka. I'm going to go with the sapphire crystal, dial, handed indices, polishing, leather strap, thickness, and the price of the watch. And that'll take me on to, would I recommend this watch? I've gone quiet just to build a bit of suspense, but I think you know what's coming. I really would. I think Baltany at the moment, they're on a real upward trajectory with what they're doing. Fantastic watches, very, very well priced as well for what you're getting. They use purpose movements. Even this hasn't got a date on it, and so it hasn't got a dated movement in a non-date watch, which is good to see. So yeah, I definitely would recommend it. But guys and girls, as I always say, please let me know what you think about this watch, and maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as I always say, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the very best.